In the bright streets of the 1980s, police cars ruled with loud sirens and fast driving. It was a time when people had big hair and even bigger attitudes. But in all that craziness, there were some cool cop cars on patrol. Let's take a look at them. Number 10. 1983 Chevrolet Malibu. The 1983 Chevrolet Malibu 9C1 cop car came in two styles, a four-door sedan and a stylish two-door coupe. This car had some serious guts, with different powerful engines available like the V6, V8, or even bigger. Its tough frame could withstand anything in its way. This bad boy also had special features to help cops do their jobs better, like reinforced roof and frames, a heavy-duty brake system for quick stops, an oil cooler to keep it running smoothly under pressure, and air conditioning so they wouldn't break out in sweat on hot days chasing down baddies. Plus, other extras made this car extra cool. Bucket seats up front make driving comfortable, while locking rear door handles added safety measures during high-speed chases. And don't forget about all of those neat gadgets inside. Radios for keeping tabs on fellow law enforcement types nearby, plus emergency equipment such as fire extinguishers, just in case accidents happen. Number 9. 1987 Ford Ltd. Crown Victoria. The 1987 Ford Ltd. Crown Victoria police version had a really powerful 5-liter engine with special gears for hard work. Its frame, brakes, wheels, tires, everything were made super tough, so it can handle anything thrown at it. Inside the cop car's cabin, that means where you sit, there were soft seats big enough for 2 people and good carpeting underneath their feet. To keep things quiet while driving on duty or fast chases around corners, extra insulation blocked out noise from outside. On the outside of this cool car model used regularly by officers all across America, guess what? It didn't have those kinds of extras like normal cars do. No vinyl roofs here. They stripped down certain fluff to make these cruisers more effective when traveling long distances between towns. And hey, if you wanted even fancier upgrades, they offered something called Crown Victoria, which added some top-notch stuff inside. Automatic features controlling windows, mirrors, and seats, plus other neat equipment, making life easier during an emergency. Number 8. Dodge Aspen 1980. The Dodge Aspen 1980 police car came with a variety of different engines, including a 6-cylinder or high-performance V8 with dual exhaust. It had some heavy-duty suspension components to handle all the action that comes with being on patrol, like sway bars front and rear, beefier shocks, and springs. To make sure it stopped on a dime when those bad guys needed stopping, cop brakes featuring semi-metallic brake pads up front, along with an insane proportioning valve just for police cars, were added as well. No messing around here. You would have seen this beauty cruising down your street in its classic white paint job, one of the go-to colors used by law enforcement agencies across America at the time. Inside, you'd be greeted by both cloth and vinyl seating options designed to take plenty of wear and tear during long shifts out in pursuit, chasing after those pesky criminals. All in all, the Dodge Aspen 1980 police car means business. Number 7. 1988 Ford Escort XR3i. The 1988 Ford Escort XR3i police car has a killer 1.6-liter engine and runs on a manual transmission, making it extra unique. Why are cops drooling over this bad boy? Because of its impressive performance. The XR3i can zip up to top speeds of 120 miles per hour in no time flat, just what they need when chasing down crooks who try to outrun them. Check out those features. It's got flashy alloy wheels that catch everyone's eye, special tires for maximum maneuvering power, and an enormous rubber spoiler that looks intimidating as heck. Suffice it to say that you don't want to mess with any patrol cars rocking the mighty Ford Escort XR3i badge, because these things mean business. Number 6. 1982 Ford Fairmont Zephyr. Back in the late 70s and early 80s, Ford created a special car just for police officers, the Fairmont Zephyr. This bad boy was sold under 2 names, as the Fairmont at Ford dealerships or as the Zephyr at Mercury dealerships. You could get it in all sorts of shapes, sedans or station wagons, you name it. Now here's where things got interesting. A new front look with 4 headlights came out on this baby during this last year in 1982, while regular street versions had to settle for an older grille from another model called Elite. Police variants were also larger than regular models thanks to more engine choices like a chunky inline 6 with 200 cubic inches available right off the bat by the start of production back then. In fact, some cop cars even got their own special instruction sheets. These detailed every customized bit added that helped make them ideally suited for patrols. If you ever come across one today when searching through an old junkyard, See if there are any clues hiding inside which reveal exactly how different they truly were compared to normal everyday rides. Number 5. Chevrolet Impala. Back in 1980, the police had a car that was perfect for their work, the Chevrolet Impala. This special vehicle came with lots of cool features. The engine was really powerful because it had 6 cylinders and could go super fast without any problems. And if you needed to chase someone down quickly, this car also had an automatic transmission that made driving easy. What's more is that they built these cars extra sturdy so you'd feel safe behind the wheel. They designed it with strong front struts and stabilizer bars on both ends, making sure everything stayed steady even during rough spots. If some baddies are running away from justice, then don't worry, the brakes are incredible too. With 4-wheel discs, that means all wheels have efficient stopping power and anti-lock technology built in, specifically calibrated just for law enforcement needs. The best part about this iconic car? It has all kinds of other nifty tricks up its sleeve, including electronics to keep crooks locked out while still keeping access when necessary. This ensures your safety whether chasing perps or safeguarding communities like neighborhood watch patrols by denying entry into vehicles, as well as providing optimum protection against battery drain failures, which ensured no one messed with all those gadgets inside. Plus, spacious interiors meant enough room not only for humans, but now officers can carry equipment too: radios, firearms, anything else that's essential. Number 4. 1987 Chevrolet Caprice. The 1987 Chevrolet Caprice cop car was a powerhouse that was just what law enforcement agents needed. Equipped with a large V8 engine and electronic fuel injection, it packed a punch. The torque output of this beast made it perfect for high-speed chases. This capable machine had special modifications to meet the requirements of police work. It offered ample interior space in the center console area so officers could have their equipment ready at all times. Great news if you're chasing down criminals every day. To ensure comfort during longer drives or shifts, seats were designed specifically taking into account an officer's typically bulky gear belt. Thoughtful design details like these are crucial when out on duty. When tested against other major competitors from Ford, Dodge, and Plymouth in Michigan State police tests, our trusty Chevy won top scores across various categories. With quick quarter-mile times proving no challenge among others, highlights too numerous here, suffice to say we came away confident knowing we've got one mean setup under the hood waiting for any criminal daring enough to cross our paths. Number 3. 1980 Plymouth Gran Fury. Back in 1980, the Plymouth Gran Fury was a hit with both cops and companies. It belonged to the R-Body Gran Fury series alongside its buddy, the Dodge St. Regis. The police version of this car had an awesome engine called the E58 360CU that delivered a powerful punch at up to 195 bhp. Now, for people who just wanted some 4-wheel comfort on their daily drives around town or across the country, there were 2 kinds of cars they could choose from: bays and salon versions. If you went for Gran Fury's Salon Edition instead of the basic model, one would enjoy more perks like a vinyl-covered roof keeping cool when temperatures rise outside, nicer interior cloth seats providing extra comfort while sitting during your long journey, chrome details giving off shiny vibes all over, and deluxe wheel covers completing the whole experience. Believe it or not, this beauty outsold all other members in its family, selling about 18,750 units throughout the year, beating every competitor. It showed how much people appreciated style combined with power. Number 2. 1981 Dodge St. Regis. The 1981 Dodge St. Regis belonged to the R-Body group, which used an updated version of the B-Body design. In just 2.5 years, more than 64,000 were made. They only had one shape, like limousines you see in movies. Underneath its hood, there were either big or bigger engines. A V8 engine with 5.9 liters or 360 cubic inches helped it go fast by producing 195 horsepower, or another smaller V8 engine with 5.2 liters or 318 cubic inches, giving this car about 165 horses underneath the bonnet. It didn't use up too much fuel thanks to an axle ratio that measured at around 3 for every 10 turns of wheels on flat ground, allowing good acceleration without using as much gas. Number 1. 1983 Dodge Diplomat. The 1983 Dodge Diplomat had a lot of cool features. Its engine was only available as a 318 CID V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor, but it could be upgraded to have better components like the 4-barrel intake manifold and heavy-duty parts. There were 3 transmission options for this bad boy: the heavy-duty A727, the A998, which could have either 4 or 5 clutches, or the A999 based on another model called the A904. Before 1984, police cars made by Chrysler, Dodge, and Plymouth all used something called an A38 designation in their names to let people know they were built specifically for law enforcement purposes. But after that year, the label was scrapped completely. And not gonna lie, when it comes down to performance comparisons against other popular police vehicles from Ford and Chevy during those years, the Dodge Diplomat held its own. Do you love old police cars as much as we do? If so, hit the subscribe button and get ready for more exciting videos. Share this one if you're eager to learn even more about them. Stay tuned because there's lots more awesome content on the way. Don't miss out.